So let's and really compare total amounts. Let's finish up this example. This is our third video over this same example of the $6,500 principal, 6.8% interest rate. So the total that we pay in this scenario after school in the regular payments is that monthly payment times the 120 times that you make that payment in 10 years every month. So $8,976 is what you're paying in all your monthly payments combined. But that's not the total of everything that you've paid. Remember, during school, you were paying the interest. So the total that you pay in this scenario is that original interest that was paid while still in school, plus the amount that's paid out of school, for a grand total $10,855.33. Now, when we compare that to the original cost, we can see that not paying our whole bill early on does cost us. But let's look at some of these other options. If I have an unsubsidized and capitalized loan, then I am paying 0% while I'm in school, plus the total that I pay after school. So I guess I need to figure that out. So we are paying, we figured it in the last video, our monthly payments were $96.43, and I'm paying that 120 times. So all those monthly payments together, that's how much I'm paying. I didn't pay anything while I'm in school. So actually that $11,571.60, that is the total. Now if it's subsidized, remember that this is my monthly payment, the same as this thing. It's still 120 months. So my monthly payment is going to be, is the same number of years. The total that I pay out of school, this box and this box, same number. But what's different is that I have 0 interest that I already paid, plus that amount that I pay out of school. So if I have a subsidized loan, that's all I'm paying total. Put some commas in there so we can compare it more easily. So obviously if the government's paying for part of it, you are going to be paying less. But even still, that's more than if you just paid it all at the beginning yourself. I'd like to point out, if it's unsubsidized, you're paying for everything. It's just a question of now or later. If you pay that interest along the way, so it's not capitalized, the difference between these two options. Here I'm paying the interest early, here I'm paying the interest later, mixed into those monthly payments. Not capitalized, capitalized. $760.27. So you may think, well, boy, I should have paid interest that whole time and saved myself the $716.27. Or maybe you think, $716.27 is worth the freedom of not having to worry about making these interest payments while I'm in school. Theoretically, you have a job, you're done doing homework. Maybe that amount is worth freeing yourself from the added burden of paying that interest. It's kind of the same thing as, is it worth it to even take a loan to begin with? Yes, you are paying quite a bit more. And when we compare these amounts to our original $6,500, it is more expensive to take out a loan. Sometimes that's the only way to do it. So just because an amount is bigger or smaller doesn't necessarily mean that it's better or worse. Each situation has its own nuances. So when we're doing quantitative reasoning, we need to reason using these numbers. It's not 100% objective. We've got to think about all the extenuating factors. But if we have a good handle on the numbers involved, then we'll be able to make better decisions. When you are posting this completed handout, make sure that you filled in all these that we talked about but I didn't actually type. Get all those things in. And also be sure to include an additional page wherever you did your work as you were working along with me.